Hi, I'm Don, and this is Noodle, and the lovely miniature behind the camera is Miss Becky. And this afternoon, I thought I would show you Genestealers and the Tyranids, since that seems to be what's coming out or what's come out recently in Games Workshop. I can show you the very first of the Genestealer Tyranid miniatures that were available. I believe this is one of them here, one of these little metal guys. Now, in the miniature didn't come out sometime until after the Rogue Trader magazine, or the White Dwarf magazine, and in Rogue Trader they showed pictures of them. And they were Cthulhu's cousin, because instead of the little tongue with the ovipositor in it, they actually had the tentacles for a face. And then they decided to change that, I guess. So the Genestealers here were the actual first of them to come out.
Hold one up, show its mouth.
As you can see, they are some beautiful paint jobs. And some of the ones I got other people to do paint jobs for me, or bought them already painted. They're very nice. Here we have a Genestealer with a Tyranid heavy weapon arm. Here we have a Genestealer with some wings. Here's another Genestealer with wings. And here's what I like to call my collie Genestealer, because he has 6 arms, all of them with daggers. Back here we have the little baby Genestealers. Behind them, or next to them, I have the Genestealer Cultists. In this first row, you can see the metal ones that came out to begin with. There were no arm options on these guys. They're all metal. And then here's some other Games Workshop miniatures that I decided to paint. You know, here's even a Genestealer elf, that poor guy. And this is the Kerrigan miniature from StarCraft. And back here you have the Genestealer Magi, left-handed and right-handed. You can see the Genestealer Advisor. I think there's even a Genestealer playing a keyboard. Now, you didn't have a lot of choices for Genestealers when they first came out. And they made suggestions in White Dwarf as to how to make up your Genestealer army. Gave you little directions on, you know, the first generation had 2 arms, the second generation had 3 arms, the third generation had 3 arms or 4, and then the last generation were the full-blown Genestealers with the lobster claws and all that. So I went through my collection and found a bunch of miniatures which didn't really fit in or were bald, because that was their big feature. And as you can see, I have taken a ton of these out, and they became Genestealers by way of their actual coloration, the blue and yellow that I go for. There's even a couple of Morden soldiers in their dress uniforms with their extra arm. And as you go back, you can see some of them have Chaos special weapons, because of course the Genestealers didn't have heavy weapons when they first came out. And there's even a He-Man miniature that became a Genestealer. And we go back here to the Patriarchs of the Genestealers. I have 2 of them on thrones, one that I painted in my official army colors, and then over here I have one that was painted by a young lady down in Chattanooga. Beautiful paint job. And here we have the Genestealer Patriarch up off his throne, actually attacking, and the limousines that they run around in.
These same ones you showed before?
Yeah, these are the same ones I showed in the one of the armor cast videos. Now, these were made by a company, I believe, down in South America somewhere. Beautiful work on their miniatures. They also did a number of cars for Inquisitors and even a 1940s Hudson kind of car. Over here are the Zoats. As you can see, the Zoats came out. They had a heavy weapons trooper. They had a hero trooper with, or no, I believe this is the command trooper with the power glove and the flamer. Then you had a regular trooper with the Zoat rifle, I guess. And then you had a couple of extra troopers who were toting around 2 handguns. The Zoats also had a fantasy element to them. Here's a Zoat wizard. Here's a Zoat warrior. I believe we're missing the sword blade on him. Doggone it. And another Zoat, which I believe was going to be a cleric. I don't remember which one on that one exactly. But they're all, the Zoats are all part of the Tyranid line, so at least they were back then. Up here you have the little baby T-Rex looking Tyranids. Here's a Tyranid. As you can see, it's just a little baby. I'm not sure who made that one, but I believe it was Games Workshop. Here are these original, what do they call them? Anyway.
Metal.
Yeah. These guys made plasma balls and threw them out with these giant claws. Back here you have the hive tyrants. Silly looking as they were, for a long time, these were the most powerful Tyranid models you could get. I believe either this one or this one is the more modern version of the hive tyrant. Over here you have the flying Tyranids. Now this one I particularly like. I did a little extra work on him. He's a Tyranid that got a little bit of gene splicing done to him. He's got the long legs, the unicorn's horn, and the scorpion tail. And back here we have the Tyranid heavy weapons and tanks, even the drop pod, which we had in an earlier video on the armor cast. And we'll finish it off with a quick look at my Genestealer, or my Tyranid dragon, as it were. He's got 2 little rifles slung under here. And I enjoyed making him a lot. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. And I also want to shout out to Pro MRC for telling me to put a little extra lore in there. So it took me a while to figure out what he was talking about, but he wanted lore about how I made the miniatures and why I did certain things. And so we tried that. Anyway, I'm Don. That's been the Tyranid Genestealers, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you.